Amber stood alone in the middle of Thornwood Cemetery at exactly midnight, rain pouring down her face as she screamed into the darkness. "I know you're here, Jason. Show yourself." Her hands trembled as she clutched dying roses. Lightning cracked across the sky, and for just a moment she saw him, standing right there, smiling at her the way he used to, before that terrible night when one of them died and the other became trapped in a love that refused to end. If you're ready for a story that will break your heart and put it back together, hit that like button and subscribe. Comment below. Where are you watching from? October 31st, 2019. Amber, 22, and Jason, 24, moved around their kitchen in perfect harmony, carving pumpkins for their favorite holiday. They were deeply in love, the kind of couple that seemed destined to grow old together. "You're doing it wrong," Amber teased, watching Jason's pumpkin look more like a confused potato than anything scary. He grinned, flicking a pumpkin seed at her. "Oh, and you're Michelangelo?" But despite the playful banter, Jason noticed something off. Amber's smile didn't quite reach her eyes. She seemed distracted, worried. Every Halloween since their first date in 2016, they'd visit Thornwood Cemetery at midnight, leaving flowers at random graves. They believed everyone deserved to be remembered. It was their special tradition, the foundation of their love story. The doorbell rang. Elena Morrison, Amber's best friend, burst through dressed as a witch. Behind her came Derek Sullivan, Jason's brother, and his girlfriend Nina Castellanos. The house filled with laughter, music, and Halloween joy. But Elena pulled Amber aside into the kitchen, her expression serious. "You haven't told him yet, have you?" Elena whispered. Amber gripped the counter, knuckles white. "I'm going to tell him tonight, at the cemetery. At our spot." 3 weeks earlier, Amber had received devastating news. Terminal illness. 6 months to live. She was 22 years old and she was dying. She'd kept it secret, wanting one more perfect Halloween before destroying Jason's world. At 11:30, despite Derek's warnings about the approaching storm, Amber and Jason left for the cemetery. "Maybe skip it tonight," Derek suggested. "There's a bad storm coming." "It's not Halloween tomorrow," Jason replied. "A little rain won't hurt us." During the 20-minute drive, Jason sensed something was wrong. "You've been so quiet lately. Is everything okay?" Amber looked at the man she loved more than anything. "I have something important to tell you, but I want to wait until we get to our spot." To the mausoleum. Jason's face lit up, thinking she might be pregnant or ready to move in together. They arrived at midnight. Rain hammered down as they ran through the cemetery past tilting headstones and weathered angels. The old mausoleum at the center had been their special place since their first kiss 4 years ago. Protected from the rain inside the mausoleum entrance, Jason took both her hands. "Okay, what did you want to tell me?" All her rehearsed words disappeared. 3 weeks ago, I went to the doctor. I've been having symptoms. They ran tests. Tears mixed with rain on her face. "I'm sick, Jason. Really sick. Terminal. They gave me 6 months, maybe less." Jason's face went through disbelief, denial, horror, and devastating grief. He pulled her into his arms, holding her desperately tight. "No, the doctors are wrong. We'll get second opinions. We'll find the best specialist. We'll fight this together. I'm not losing you." They stood crying as the storm raged. Thunder rolled across the sky. "I love you so much," Amber sobbed. "I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner." "Every night with you is perfect," Jason's voice broke. "And we're going to have thousands more. I'll never leave you. Never, I promise. I'll always be here." Suddenly, a tremendous crack split the night. Lightning struck a massive oak tree 30 feet away. Time slowed as the tree began falling straight toward them. Jason looked up and pushed Amber backward with all his strength, sending her tumbling into the mausoleum. She hit the ground hard, looking up just in time to see the ancient oak crash directly onto Jason. "Jason!" Her scream tore through the night. The tree had crushed him, trapping his body. Blood mixed with rainwater. His face was pale, but his eyes found hers. She grabbed his hand, fumbling for her phone to call 911. "Hold on, baby. Help is coming." I'm sorry I won't be there to take care of you, Jason whispered, blood on his lips. Don't you dare say goodbye. Stay with me. Please, Jason. His grip weakened. I'll never leave you, I promise. Every Halloween, I'll be here, waiting. His eyes closed. His hand went limp. The paramedics arrived too late. The man who saved her life had sacrificed his own. The months that followed were a blur of grief. Elena stayed with her, afraid to leave her alone. And then something unexpected happened. At her checkups, the illness stopped progressing. By 6 months, complete remission. By 9 months, no trace of it remained. It's a medical miracle, her doctor said. But Amber felt the universe was playing a cruel joke. She would live. Jason was dead. He died saving someone who didn't even need saving in the end. October 31st, 2020. 1 year later. Amber drove to Thornwood Cemetery alone. She'd spent the year isolated, frozen in that terrible moment. She knelt at Jason's grave, placing white roses. Hi, baby. I kept our tradition. Suddenly, the temperature dropped. The hair on her neck stood up. A hand touched her shoulder. She turned around. Jason stood there, translucent, glowing faintly with ethereal light. He looked exactly as he had that last night. Hi, Amber, he said softly. I told you I'd never leave. Every Halloween, remember? This became her existence. She lived for Halloween. 364 days of surviving, waiting for that one night when she could see him again. Elena and Derek grew worried, seeing her talk to empty air at the cemetery. They begged her to seek help, to start living again. You're 25 years old, Elena pleaded in 2022. Jason would want you to be happy. You're wasting your youth. But Amber didn't care. Those few hours with Jason were worth everything. October 31st, 2024, 5 years after Jason's death. Amber was 27, but felt ancient. She'd built her entire existence around one night a year. Elena confronted her one final time. This isn't love, Amber. It's prison. He died saving you. Don't you think he'd want that sacrifice to mean something? Don't you think he'd want you to actually live? That Halloween night, Jason appeared different, more transparent, flickering like a dying signal. He looked tired. I need to tell you something, he said. I'm not supposed to still be here. I should have moved on, but I felt you holding on to me. I've been trapped between worlds because neither of us could let go. Amber's breath caught. What are you saying? You've kept me here, Amber. And by keeping me here, you've kept yourself from living. I meant my love would never leave, that you'd carry me in your heart, but you turned it into a chain. I can't lose you again. You're not losing me. I'm in every sunset you watch, every laugh you share, every kind thing you do. That's how I live on, not like this. His form began glowing brighter. I didn't save your life so you could stop living. My love doesn't need Halloween to exist. It's already part of you, forever. Thank you for loving me. Amber whispered. Thank you for these 5 years, and thank you for letting me go. I love you, Amber, always. Now go, live, be happy. Remember me by living fully, not by standing still. His form dissolved into thousands of tiny lights that floated upward like reverse stars. I love you forever, she called out. But I'll live for both of us now. I promise. For the first time in 5 years, Amber didn't feel hollow. She felt grateful. She placed roses on his grave, then walked toward her car as dawn broke. She texted Elena. Coffee this morning? I'm ready to talk. About everything. About the future. As Amber drove away, she felt a gentle breeze even though her windows were closed. A presence encouraging her forward. Love doesn't need a special night to exist. It lives in the choices we make, the kindness we show, the way we honor those we've lost by truly living. Jason never left. He was there in every act of compassion, every moment of joy, every time she chose life over merely existing. The last Halloween they spent together ended with his death, but his love would never end. It would just change form, growing as she grew, a permanent part of her carrying forward into every tomorrow. That was his real promise. Not to haunt her, but to inspire her. And finally, after 5 years of darkness, She was ready to step into the light. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. The greatest way to honor those we've lost is to truly live. Thanks for watching.